Hey there, Snicker Snacks. Welcome back to Vorpal Tales Presents Awesome Adventures. As always, I'm your host. Don't forget to make your mules with gin, Space Lord Pajamas. Hope everyone's having a good holiday season and ready to end this 2020. Let's introduce our intrepid adventurers. We have fresh faces today. We have Tiffany, John, JT, and Harry. How y'all doing? Introduce yourselves.
Do we have an order?
Yeah.
Tiffany, John, JT, and Harry.
Oh, somebody's
Yeah, let's
listening.
go in that order.
Oh my God, I go first. Hi. Okay, sorry, I've never gone first before. Okay, so hi, I'm Tiffany, also known as Pinky_88 on Twitter, also Pinky. And I'm doing pretty good. Just had a birthday last Sunday. That was exciting. My
Happy
coworkers embarrassed me, so it was good.
Awesome.
Indeed, and birthdays for fine embarrassment. I am John, otherwise known as John Alpha for this game. I am J3 billion, and gonna roll some dice and figure out a character. It's gonna be great.
Hi all, I'm JT. I'm new to Vorpal Tales. You can find me on Twitter at Sensomancer and pretty much everywhere else as well. Longtime gamer, first time Infinity player. Looking forward to seeing what we do.
Hello, yes, I am Harry. I'm in the same boat. I'm a longtime gamer, first-time Infinity player. You can find me on Twitter at Harry_Wyckoff. I host the Saratoga by Night podcast, and I'm on YouTube as Salubricat. You can find me mostly anywhere that way. And I'm excited. This is going to be fun.
Awesome. So, at the top of the show here, I want to remind everyone that we're still in a moment of history. Deadly virus is making everyone's lives miserable. And in the middle of all this, minority communities are still fighting for the right to exist equally in our society. It should not be that way, as freedom is the right of all sentient beings. Just be excellent to each other and wear a mask. This will all be over a lot quicker if everyone just wears a mask. We here at Vorpal Tales are being the best allies we can be and encourage others to do the same. Find ways to get involved and better your community. So for those of you following along at home, tonight's awesome adventure is a new one. Using somebody said Morpheus last night and that messed me up. Using Modifius Entertainment's
Blue pill.
2D 20 system, we're playing Corvus Belli Infinity, story title Inner Worlds, Outer Demons. This episode is brought to you by Large Marge's Donut Barn, where a dozen equals 14. Also Wales Whiskey, made in Finland, with real synthetic whales. Take home a case to lighten up your New Year's. Thanks to Modifius Entertainment for publishing some really awesome systems that allow fantastic adventures. And as always, we're using Astral Tabletop, the delicious awesome sauce of online gaming tools, allowing friends to digitally roll some bones together. And thank you, In8Mid, for, again, making some really awesome character sheets that make playing this game online so much easier. Send us a line, drop us a line on how to get access to these, and there's some really awesome sheets for all of your Astral games. And thank you to Love Your Rebellion, a nonprofit group that empowers marginalized groups through the arts. Please be sure to check out their website, loveyourrebellion.org, for info on their Patreon, zine, and other upcoming events. You can always find us role-playing, live tweeting, updating, recapping on Twitter, Instagram, Twitch at Vorpal Tales. Most importantly, subscribe to our Patreon at patreon.com/Vorpal Tales. We appreciate all your love and support. That's patreon.com/Vorpal Tales. And with the introduction out of the way, we can get to why everyone's here. So, who here would eat a peanut donut that was shipped from New York? It sat in a postal facility that had a COVID lockdown and then was finally delivered after sitting in the facility for 12 days, asking for a close personal friend.
I gotta say, honestly, because COVID's a respiratory illness and spreads that way mostly, I mean, there's some questions over the, viability of the donut due to staleness or whatever, but, I'd give it a try.
Okay, that's one.
These are all important points he's making. My advice to you is if this friend had brought it into their home, to take the person, move it outside the home, burn the home to the ground.
Oh, okay.
And then eat the donut.
Then eat the
donut. Okay.
You have to sterilize the donut. Yes,
so
obviously.
This
is the only way to do it.
It's kind of been proven that COVID doesn't transmit on food itself.
Yeah, it's not so much the COVID part because they're in Ziplocs. At least the friend told me they're in Ziplocs. It's more the sitting in a postal facility for 12 days.
Go for it.
I mean, it's peanuts, right?
This could just be me being young and dumb And honestly, if I'm not going to treat my body like shit now, when am I ever going to do it? So, like,
When you're
my judgment is probably
and
not
your
great,
bucket
but
list.
Rain, bring me a donut.
yes!
Good. On stream.
Hey.
On stream. Eat them all.
Oh,
Wait.
Oh,
all of
Bad,
them.
Bad Mojo's got a good idea. Heat it up in the microwave, and it will taste like it's fresh.
On stream. On stream.
On stream!
I want money to eat the donut.
Oh my
That's
God.
all.
Do
we go.
it.
Well, in
How
case
does it-
this goes poorly, it was nice knowing you for the, like, day I've known you.
Yeah, I mean, well, what if while he's on the toilet, we can just start rolling and we'll get our characters together. Like we all read the book, right? So we'll fumble through it, and then he'll come back and
I nominate
do
Dawn
for the
as
sign
DM.
off. Oh no, we're not doing anything tonight. We're just making characters. So I'll just I'll DM the character making, and then we'll leave.
Tastes fine.
We're good.
How was it?
Tastes fine, but if we take an early break, you'll know what happened.
Yeah!
Fair.
All right. God, I love
Beautiful.
peanut donuts. It's fine. You can eat them. She's gonna give me a face. All
I
right.
would if you can hear me, I would wait 24 hours.
All right. Well, I mean, she'll probably won't eat. Well, she might. Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, I'd wait 24 hours. And
All
I just
right.
want a donut now.
I'm sorry.
Right?
Glazed donut sounds delicious.
I'm gonna go wait in line for 8 hours for Krispy Kreme.
All right. We're good. So
Gotta get that cream.
tonight we begin our new awesome adventure with Modifius Entertainment's Corvus Belli Infinity. Really excited for this one. I will admit that I have not read all the fluff parts of the book yet. It's a meaty tome. It's like 500 pages of... So there's like 20 pages of gameplay, and then the other 480 are just like this incredible world that's there's a lot to do. Don't shame me for not reading the meaty tome. Person can only poop so many times and read on the toilet, so
Just keep eating those donuts. You'll have plenty of time.
I know, right? So
Smart, intelligent.
we're gonna be doing something that I believe is a first for us, and that is using the Life Pass system live on a stream to build characters. Basically, what this means is we're going to be going through several stages of your character's life. We'll be rolling on tables and going with the results. I'll explain each result as it relates to the lore of the game world. During character creation, you have what are called life points. You start with 5 of them. And these allow you to force a choice. This means if you see something on the chart and you want it, you can spend that life point to make that choice. You also can save up life points till the end, and you can actually use them for certain things. So you have that balance of, well, do I want this? Do I go with the roll? Or do I get some bonuses at the end? So we'll leave it up to you guys. So there's the basics. I'll read out each stage of the life path as we get to it. So before we get started, I want to talk about the game world of Infinity itself. Infinity was launched by a Spanish company, Corvus Belli in 2005. It started out as a tabletop miniature war game with 28mm scale metal miniatures that simulate combat and special operations in a science fiction environment. The game system was created by Gutierre Rodriguez, Alberto Abal, Fernando Listi, and Carlos Torres of Corvus Belli. The game aesthetics are largely inspired by manga, particularly the work of Masamune Shirow. Game Master's note here, the manga notion is pretty legit, just from a lot of the art that's there, but not being into manga outside of the occasional shelf glance of, oh, that mecha looks cool, and then I don't read it. But as I was reading through this, I got the vibe of this being basically the Expanse in Halo had a beautiful bouncing baby. So it's somewhere in that, because you have this weird combat against an alien force, and then there's this lot of intrigue amongst the nations themselves, so it should be pretty cool. Taking place about 175 years in the future, humanity has discovered wormholes that allow interstellar travel into new galaxies. The nations of Earth formed alliances with each other in order to join the space race to use these wormholes to colonize far-off planets, creating what is called the human sphere. The Infinity storyline follows battles of the human sphere against the alien combined army, a collection of conquered alien races led by an aggressively resourceful AI. A recent encounter with the enigmatic Toha, who want to ally with the human sphere against the common enemy, sets the stage for the vast story of conspiracy, war, and adventure. Infinity uses the Modiphius Entertainment's 2D20 system. The 2D20 system is a dynamic narrative system designed to produce varied and interesting results from dramatic and action-packed situations. Characters roll 2D20s, attempting to roll as low as possible on each one. The more dice that roll low, the more successes that the character scores. Sometimes you need like one success to pass something. Sometimes you need two, or maybe you might need up to 5. So depends on how difficult the task is. While your characters are about to create the characters you're about to create come from many backgrounds, many nations, many careers, you'll all have been recruited into the intergalactic peacekeeping initiative called O12. Basically, think the United Nations in space. Specifically, you have brought in as intelligence agents under Bureau Noir. Bureau Noir is O12's secret service responsible for the collection, analysis, and exploitation of information in the service of the human sphere. Although a small core structure of the Bureau functions as a comprehensive intelligence agency, the bulk of its apparatus is designed to flexibly fulfill the intelligence needs of what other bureaus require. In a process known as secondment, other bureaus can effectively requisition Bureau Noir to perform necessary operations. In addition, Bureau Noir keeps other bureaus informed of crucial intelligence through Noir alert bulletins. Cool. All right, so let's build some characters. Does everybody have a book, a PDF, a copy of something so they can walk along through this with everyone?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
All right, awesome. So the first thing I want everybody to do is to just roll a d20, and that'll build an initiative order for how we're going to step through this.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was dramatic. I like that one.
Thank you.
You said
I mean,
a
if we're
d20?
Yeah.
If we're sticking on the manga theme, I just figured I'd bring in very over the top.
Real quick, switch your chat characters to your new characters so the names show up correctly.
Yeah. Who rolled first? I think that's I know who that is.
I am second. I know that.
Oh, there's Jones. Okay.
Mine's a 13.
Wait, why are your colors all different than what I actually assigned you? Weird.
I don't know.
In the bottom of the chat, click on the icon and make sure it matches the character.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh my god. Can I redo it then?
Yeah, so that I know who's is whose. Which I thought.
Haha, mine's better.
There you go.
Thank you.
John, what did you get?
12.
12. All right.
Just finding my place here in the book.
Harrison, that 17's yours, I guess? Yeah. All right, cool. All right, so, Harry, you're going first. Then it'll be Tiffany. Then it will be JT. And then it'll be John. So, okay, cool.
Wow.
Gross. All right, cool. So the first thing that you're going to do, at the beginning of the life path, all the character attributes, agility, awareness, brawn, coordination, intelligence, personality, willpower, begin at 7. This represents the human average in an era of advanced medical science, which has filtered out genetic disparities and physical disabilities. A player may voluntarily lower any number of attributes by 1 to a minimum of 6, and assign these points to other attributes to a maximum of 8. Once they've finished adjusting their abilities, players can then spend life points to raise an attribute by 1 point each for each life point spent. No attributes can be raised higher than 10 in this way, and any attributes above 8 usually represent some form of genetic tweaking or similar modification. The decisions must be made now. Points cannot be swapped between attributes, and life points cannot be spent to increase attribute scores later in the life path. So, go ahead, and you should be on your good sheets, so open those up, and you should be able to go in there and start inserting the numbers next to your, where is it? Yeah, to your attributes. The attribute is under skills, so you have the main one. It should already be set to 7, so you want to go ahead and double click that and open up the window and make a change to it.
Okay, now is this a mandatory change, or can we just leave it as is?
You can leave it as is.
Say it again, Tiffany. I was reading something.
Is it like mandatory to change it, or can we leave
No,
it as is?
you can leave it as is.
Okay.
Cool. So, Tiffany, what kind of choices you're making?
I am very confused then, because I thought we were rolling for our stuff.
You don't roll for this one. This is where you start with 7s and you can adjust them as you go. So if you don't, if you want less in intelligence, you can drop it down and then put those points elsewhere.
Oh, okay. I am understanding better now. Thank you. Okay, so to go to your question about what I'm doing, I'm wanting to be more like on the smarter side.
Okay.
And not so like on the brawny side. I mean, we all know I can rock a barbarian like no one's business, but I'd like to kind of like do a little different if possible.
So obviously the stats are named pretty apparently. So if you want to be a smart person, you can do intelligence. If you want to be a face, you can do personality. If you want to, and remember, this is very much like the Conan system. So you have willpower, which is discipline. Brawn is very much your attacks. Agility is like your close combat and your acrobatics and your stealth. So you can figure that out that way.
Yeah, I just don't want to be like too weak, if that makes sense.
I mean,
but also like I want to make sure that like if I need to run or actually be sneaky, I could do it.
Yeah, you're gonna have to make those choices. Plus, you're about to step through a life path where you will get some bonuses and subtractions depending on what happens to you. So, now you're basically making like when you were birthed. This is sort of your basics of what you are, and then you're about to step through a system that's going to change some of that and enhance some of that, might detract from some of it. So basically set yourself how you think you want to be, and then make those choices, and we'll see what happens.
I think I'm okay.
Okay.
I switched like.
So what'd you end up with?
I dropped my brawn down to 5.
Okay.
And I put 1 point in awareness to make it an 8, and then 1 in intelligence to make it an 8. And I kind of like left the rest.
You can drop it only by 1 point, so that brawn needs to be a 6.
I can easily fix that. Oop.
Oh, so you can only drop by 1. That makes things...
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Then I will drop my agility to 1 to balance the awareness. So, haha. There we go. I feel like I'm playing Fallout, but like not. It's like Fallout 3.
There we go.
Here's your stuff.
Okay, now my stats are good.
Yes.
Cool.
I'm good now.
All right. Tiffany, what'd you end up with?
Okay, so I have a 6 in agility,
Mm-hmm.
an 8 in awareness, a 6 in brawn, a 7 in coordination, an 8 in intelligence, 7 in personality, and 7 in willpower.
Right.
I know it's like really kind of like flatlined, but again, I really want to see like what happens.
Yeah, cool. No, that's fine. Harry, what'd you end up with?
I put 8 in agility, 8 in awareness, 7 in brawn, 8 in coordination, 6 in intelligence, 6 in personality, and 6 in willpower.
All right, cool.
So more like a slightly more physically focused build, but not too.
Awesome. John, JT, where are you guys at?
So I went with a really smart character because I have an archetype that I'm hoping I roll correctly. Agility 6, awareness 7, brawn 6, coordination 7, intelligence 9, personality 7, and willpower 7.
All right, cool.
I actually think I'm gonna up my agility by 1 and lower my brawn by 1 more. So I'll be a brawn 6, agility 9.
All right, cool.
Get myself nice and slippery.
John?
I just did one change. I bumped my intelligence down to 6 and my agility up to 7 or 8.
All right, cool. Anybody want to spend any of their life? Oh, I should also remind, so because Tiffany and John were in previous games and they got a final vote in one of those games, you guys both have 1 extra life point.
Can I use it now or can I use it later?
You can use them at any stage of the creation that you want.
So
Okay.
life points can be used to force a roll when you're determining life path, right?
Yes.
They can also be used to up your thing by 1.
Yes.
And I have 5?
Yes.
Okay.
There's 9 stages, so.
Yeah, I think I might just put 1 more into coordination, but yeah, I'm gonna do that. Bring my
Alright, cool.
coordination up to 9, and then I'll have 4 life points remaining.
I think I'm going to do something similar. I'm just going to use my point right now.
So
My
I'm
bonus point.
fast and shooty.
Oh, maybe. Should I? I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm going to use one of my life points now for intelligence 10, which I think is the max I can start with.
Okay. Cool. All right. So is everybody good with their stats?
Yep.
Yes.
All right. Cool.
Indeed.
So Your attributes are locked in. You cannot change them now.
Got it.
Cool. So, decision 2. Faction and heritage. Where were you born, and to what faction do you owe allegiance? Your faction is the political faction you currently belong to. Your heritage is the faction you were born into. For most characters, faction and heritage will be the same thing. So, for step 1, you determine your faction. Roll 1d20 and consult the faction table. Except as noted below, the single roll will determine both your faction and your heritage. You may pay 1 life point to pick the results, including having a different faction and heritage if you wish. Additional events later in your life path may change your faction, in which case your original faction becomes your heritage. So, we will... JT, did you want to spend a life point and go nomad?
I absolutely do.
Okay, so we'll intercept initiative here, and we'll say you're nomad. So go ahead and write that one down. Harrison, you are top in initiative. Let's get you to roll a d20.
Yep.
Let's see what happens.
Just put it in. That's an 11.
An 11. So an 11 is you are a faction heritage of corporation.
Okay.
Cool. Tiffany, what you got?
Okay, D20, right?
Yes, you can actually just hit the D20 button down there at the bottom of chat.
Yep, just wanted to make sure. I got
16.
a 16.
All right, 16. You're a mercenary.
Nice.
I can't get away from the fighty bits.
Nope, you're not going to.
I barely can. Okay.
JT is going nomad, and John, what you gonna give us? What you gonna be?
And let's see, shall we?
7. A 7 is you're a Yujing, which let me find the excerpt for them. Where were they? I had this all laid out. Crap, where was it? I had it. There's a whole little thing. Oh, there it is. So just to read out what we got here. Harrison, you are a corporation, that's correct?
Yep.
Okay. The chartered companies use the Pan-Oceania to rapidly develop the colonial prospects. The merchant guilds of Hak Islam, which blaze the trade routes of the Starways in the, oh man, I don't know how to say that word, spun out from the centrally controlled economy of Yujing state empire, became the seeds of the new hypercorporations. Corporate agents seek technological revelations, trade secrets, unique access to the natural resources, and anything else that might yield a profit. So you're Corpo. You are
That is
capitalism embodied.
perfect.
Tiffany, you got mercenaries?
Yep.
In an era of interstellar war, the free mercenary companies, FMCs, and private military corporations, PMCs, have flourished. In the employ of state armies, O12, and the private corporations, they can... In the employ of state armies, O12, and the private corporations, they can be found almost anywhere. Capitals and colonies, orbital stations, and deep space patrols. The battlefields of Paradiso, and the security of corporate compounds. Their services are traded on the well-regulated war market, a mercenary stock exchange in which employers can find companies available for hire, and the mercenary companies can find individual soldiers or squadrons ready for recruitment. Characters receiving covert objectives from a mercenary faction may be loyal to the specific warmonger, or they may be independent freelancer with multiple markets for the information they have to sell.
And don't mercenaries, JT said in chat, mercenaries have to roll again for heritage, right?
Oh, is that okay? We'll do that here in a second. JT, you got nomads. The nomads have no planet to call their own, instead being primarily a coalition of 3 colossal motherships. Some applaud their fierce advocacy for personal liberty, while others name them dangerous anarchists who threaten to weaken the human sphere when its strength is most needed. Some see the resistance to the insidious tyrannical control of Aleph as a bastion defense of humanity's identity, but others point to their illegal gene experimentation and radical body modifications as a relentless drive towards an incomprehensible post-humanity. Regardless of your point of view, the nomads stand apart from the rest of the human society, even while their far-flung commercial missions, which serve as embassies and trade delegations, insinuate their presence throughout the human sphere. And John, you got Yujing, which is
I did.
Pan-Oceania's largest rifle is Yujing, the Pan-Asian alliance which has forged its diverse cultural groups beneath the unified banner of the new imperial system. The state empire of Yujing has been rapidly closing the gap with Pan-Oceania by aggressively seeking out every possible advantage and ruthlessly exploiting it. And okay, cool. So we need to roll one more for Tiffany to determine your heritage. So roll again. 3. You are Hak Islam.
Okay.
Let's see. The neo-Muslim renaissance of Hak Islam followed their search for knowledge to the hostile alien world of Barak. But their economy has become dominated by the Byzantine merchant guilds. Their commercial interests extend throughout the human sphere along the trade routes which they founded, and above all, they strive to protect the secrets of silk. Silk is actually not silk, it's a special technology.
Oh.
Cool. All right. So, everybody good with that?
Yep.
Okay. I am excited.
Keep on rolling. What?
All right. So, step 2 is the faction skills. Consult the faction skills table and refer to the 2 skills listed in your current faction. Add 1 rank of expertise to each skill, then select one of the skills to become your first signature skill. This signature gains 1 rank of focus and the first talent on its talent tree. So, Tiffany, you are a mercenary. So you have athletics and survival.
Oh. So that's 1 in each?
1 in each expertise for each skill. Then you select one of those skills to become your first signature skill.
I'm not gonna lie, you're gonna have to say it again because I got distracted by reading chat. I'm so sorry.
Don't read chat. Play the game. Add 1 rank of expertise into each skill, then select one of those skills to become your first signature skill.
Okay. Athletics. But that's being the brawny hit. Okay.
Yep. And then, let's see. John, you were Yujing. It's tech and education.
Correct. 1 experience, and then I chose my signature to be tech.
All right, cool. Nomads is hacking and extraplanetary. I imagine you already knew that, JT.
I did. My signature is hacking.
All right, cool.
In this case.
Corporation is lifestyle and persuade.
Like I gain a rank of expertise in everything, or in
for each one for both lifestyle and persuade, you have at 1 point in expertise, and then you select one of those skills to become your signature skill.
Okay.
And this signature skill gains 1 rank of focus and the first talent on the talent tree.
And what would you roll lifestyle for?
That was 2 months ago I read that. There was a skill in Cyberpunk. What was it? And it's kind of like this one. It's kind of like a cultural role, I think.
Okay. That makes sense. Okay. There's a thing similar to that in a Shadowrun.
Yeah. It's one of those like social skills.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And if you guys want to go into and look at your skills later of what you got, as far as what your first talent is, we can look at that later.
Alright.
Yes.
All right, cool. So moving on to decision 3, Homeworld and Homeland. Roll 1d20 and consult the Homeworld Homeland table for your heritage to determine where you were born and most likely grew up. You may spend one life point to pick the result. After you've determined your homeworld or your homeland, make the following adjustments. Add languages listed to your list of fluent languages, increase the 2 listed attributes by each one, and gain 1 rank in the listed skill. So, yeah, you guys want to keep track of the skills that you have ranks in.
And just to be clear, like, ranks in a skill is expertise, right?
No, ranks in a skill is, there's an actual like skill tree. Well, I'll go over it with you later because it's kind of it's a little in depth. But in the book, there's actual like skills that you're getting. So
right, there's a tree associated with each one.
You would basically get the 1 rank in that skill, or 1 rank in that skill.
Okay.
All right, cool. So, do we need to re-roll? Oh, as a corporation, Harry.
Yes.
Roll 1d20 again, real quick.
All right, we got an 8.
Got an 8. You are Yujing as well, so that's your homeland. And I think,
Okay.
Yep.
Homeworld Yujing.
Yep. All right. Cool. So.
Does that add anything or no?
No, we just need that for the next step.
Okay, perfect.
So since you're first in our initiative, let's roll you first. Roll a d20.
1.
1. You're from Shintang. The languages, the regional Yujing languages, which are on this other. Roll another d20.
3.
3. So, okay, you're basically really good at Yujing Yu, which is the Yujing language. You get the attribute intelligence, the attribute awareness, and the skill of lifestyle.
Okay, so that means my lifestyle goes up by 1, or?
Yep. Add the languages to your list of fluent languages. Increase the 2 listed attributes by 1 each.
I speak Yujin Yu.
Yep.
Yujing Yu. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. You would raise your intelligence and awareness by 1.
Ooh.
And you gain 1 rank in the listed lifestyle skill.
Okay. So would that be like X1 expertise, or just would I change the value? Well, 1 expertise. I think that makes sense. Yeah. Okay.
Cool. Piggy. Roll a d20.
Yes. Okay, quick question, because I'm wanting to... This is like a lot being thrown at me, so I just want to make sure I'm understanding correctly.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled as a mercenary,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes.
And I found out that the Hak Oslam is my heritage.
Mm-hmm.
Because of mercenary is my thing, I get to pick survival and athletics, right?
Yes.
Like I put 1 in the experience thing, or 1 like right where it says brawn.
Say that again.
Because like I get 1, right? So like 1 for a signature, right?
You're talking about the skills you got from your mercenary heritage?
Yes, I'm just wanting to make sure I'm like putting things correctly in my chart. Yes. I'm sorry.
Where did that go? You add 1 rank of expertise to each skill.
Okay, but do I put it that's in the EXP run, right?
Yes.
I put 1 each?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
1 each in the XP. Then you pick one to be your signature, and that gets a focus.
Yes.
A focus point.
Okay. Alrighty. Ooh, okay.
Got it?
Yes, thank you.
All right, cool. Roll me another d20. 16.
Another 16.
All right. Your region is Canavasari. Or Caravansari. It's just spelled caravan and then Serai.
Yes, I see that. Okay.
Your language is Arabic.
Woohoo!
You can add 1 point to awareness and 1 point to willpower. And you gain 1 rank in extraplanetary.
Cool. Where is it? Okay.
All right, cool. JT.
Using a life point.
Oh, Mario. All right. What are you doing?
Tunguska.
Tunguska?
I want that intelligence.
Okay. You speak Russian and English. You get an attribute intelligence, attribute agility, and lifestyle skill.
And intelligence can go up over 10 now, correct?
I think the max
only...
that you can do is 10.
Is that in phase 1 it's max 10? Or...
Let's see. Just to reread. No attributes can be raised higher than 10 in this way. Let's see. Once you've finished adjusting their attributes, players can then spend life points to raise an attribute by 1 point for each life point spent. No attributes can be raised higher than 10 in this way. Max.
So that's specific. It sounds like that's specifically.
Yeah, that is
to
specific
life points.
to that.
Two in that phase, I think.
Yes,
that's
in that phase. You can't
Uh,
spend any more life points over 10.
Nope.
But I can get up to 11 because of my mothership.
Yeah.
I'm assuming because there's no
Yeah.
rules
Yeah,
against
do it. If not, we'll just remember to lower it back, which I don't remember reading anything that there is a max.
All right, I'm putting, then I'm going to go ahead and do that.
right.
Intelligence +1 to 11, agility up to 7.
Nice.
And what was the last one? It was lifestyle 1.
All right, cool. John,
Yes.
roll that D10 or roll that D20.
I'll roll a d10 for you if you want.
Roll a D20, please.
All right, roger that.
16. You are from Paradiso.
All right.
You
Paradiso.
speak Eugene Yu, and roll the regional. Roll me another D20.
All right. There we go.
14. You speak Mongolian as well.
Oh, sweet.
You are a fan
That's
of the
awesome.
I was anyway, but all right.
I love them so
Alright.
much.
So you can raise personality by 1, awareness by 1, and you get survival. You gain 1 rank of survival.
Personality 1, awareness 1, survival 1. All right.
Also,
Got it.
You guys will have devices that allow you to translate between things, so not being able to speak a common language is not terrible. Okay, cool. Do we go? That's everyone, right? All right, awesome. On to make sure that was everything. That was your game 1. All right, cool. Everybody good there? Moving on. Decision 4, your status. Now that you know where you were born and raised, let's find out more about how you grew up. What were your economic circumstances? What was your life like? And what type of people were you surrounded by?
We roll a d12 for this?
No, everything's it's going to be a D6 or a 2D6.
Okay.
So you may spend 1 life point to pick the result on both the social class table and the home environment table. So cool. Step 1, social class. Roll 2d6 and consult the social class table. Increase the listed attribute by 1 and set your earnings equal to the number shown. The wanderers of the quadratic revolution have pushed the human sphere to the cusp of post-scarce economy. The resulting realignment of social classes in the lives they lead can be dizzyingly different from what you might expect. There's different descriptions of like what underclass, democrat, middle, upper, and elite, and hyper elite all are. So as we roll, we'll see what happens. So Harrison.
Yes, I rolled a 7. So
7. You are middle class. Yay. The attribute that let's see, where is it? Increase your listed attribute by 1 and set your earnings equal to the number shown. So the attribute you raise is willpower.
Okay, that's good because my willpower's low.
Yep, and your earnings is 3.
Okay, earnings is where on the sheet? I'll find it.
Yeah, okay. And then cool. Pinky. Roll 2d6. 7
I
as
got
well.
a 7.
Look at you. You're both middle class.
I wish I was middle class in real life.
Raise your willpower by 1
Okay.
and set your earnings to 3.
Woo!
That was really sad. And
So sad.
JT.
I appreciate that you can make fun of it.
I still can't find earnings on my sheet. Where should I be looking?
I don't see it either.
It's under the social class table. Oh, this shit. Never mind me.
I got a 10, so I am upper.
You're upper class. Look at you. So bougie of you.
And so I get agility +1, correct? Because that's my attribute? Or am I
Yes,
missing?
you're correct. Because you have time to be free and run around and be happy because you're
It's
upper
like
class.
how that was my worst stat, and now it's like one of my better ones.
Just make a note of your earnings and we'll add a box. Maybe we'll add a box. We might have to add a box.
I'm gonna put it in character notes.
I was just about to say you could put it in character notes. It's a good place for it. Additional life path notes. You can put your earnings there maybe if you wanted to. That should work. And John.
Alrighty. On my D12.
10.
10.
Look at you. Upper class.
Wow.
You gain 1 agility and your earnings is 4.
Hey John, can I borrow a small loan of $5,000?
A
So
small loan of $1 million. I'm gonna give it to you.
only 20 more days of that. So So if you're middle class, most of humanity is living in a golden age of luxury. It's easy for people to be part of the middle class while working 20 hours a week or less. The large middle class is constantly seeking out activities, both real and virtual, to fill idle hours. Upper class, this is a life of utter affluence. For the rich of the human sphere, thought has become the equivalent of action, and desire can be instantaneously met by reality. For the upper class, the physical world can transform itself almost as easily as the virtual playgrounds of the middle class.
So I'm going to be Batman. That's what you're saying.
I mean, if you could be anyone.
Yeah,
be
if you could
Batman.
be anyone, be Batman.
Absolutely.
All right, this is going to be fun. Home environment. Roll
God.
1d6 and consult the home environment table. The result most likely describes your parents and immediately family, but not necessarily. For example, if you had a violent childhood, it's possible that your parents were loving, but your neighborhood was filled with gangs. If you grew up in high society, but your social status was immigrant, then your family may have worked as servants. This is going to be the same thing. You'll increase an attribute by 1 and gain 1 rank in training in the listed skill. So,
Alrighty.
Harry, give us a good roll.
Yep.
5. Regimented. You gain
Sounds
a
about in
point.
character.
You gain a point in coordination, and you gain a point in the discipline skill. Gain 1 rank of training in the listed skill, which is discipline. Tiffany.
I got a nat 1.
Guess what a nat 1 is?
It's a happy home. Oh my god. Yes.
You had a happy home. You gain 1 point in personality and gain 1 rank of training in education. By the way,
Ooh.
1s in this game are better than 20s, so you always want to roll a 1.
So why is Devin not playing this game? He'd be awesome at it.
Well, he'd roll 20s then.
It's true.
There is no justice for Devin.
Devin
Mere
is-
fact you brought him up in this game means he shall forever cast a shadow.
yeah,
of
Devin's a
nat
friend of ours
D20.
that always rolls 1s in any game.
Rip.
Yeah, or rolls the worst in any game. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like if he was rolling just nat 20s, that would be insane. But in this game, it sucks.
All right, cool. So JT, what you got?
I got a 1 as well.
You have a happy home as well.
Nice.
Happy home on that floating ship in the
What?
sky.
That
You
doesn't
know,
make sense, but
Generally, they
go
say that
for it.
people with good home lives don't go on adventures like this or
I mean-
become crazy mercenaries. But I guess with this party's proving that wrong. You know,
Well-
normally, what kind of trauma do you have to go through to want to go and slay a literal dragon?
We're at
But
decision 4 out of 9, so let's see what
that's
misery
true. Oh yeah, we're not. I'm looking over the youth
The
event.
night's still young.
Yes, I'm looking over the youth event table. Witnessed a murder. Okay.
Witnessed a suicide. Oh.
Jeez.
Okay.
Discovered a body.
All right.
Got really dark
Um,
very quickly. You saved me.
Oh, John, give us your 1d6.
Oh, you
Happy
almost
home,
forgot
happy
about
home, happy
me. What
home,
the
happy
hell?
home, happy home.
Oh, got a 6.
Happy home. Oh,
High society.
What
Look at
the
you.
hell? Oh my
Willpower.
god.
bougie as fuck. Oh my
Fuck
god.
that
You
idea.
are bougie
No.
as fuck.
Oh god.
He's rich. He comes from a rich family. High society. Like, you so bougie. I really need that $5,000 loan, please. I need a new
Small
car.
loan of $1
Help
million.
me.
I told you this.
All right, so you get a point in willpower, and you get 1 rank of training in lifestyle.
Willpower and lifestyle. Alrighty. Alright.
All right, so decision 5, youth events. As those who have read ahead, roll
So
1d20
terrified.
and 1d6 and reference the youth event table below. Each event indicates a massive impact on your youth. It might be something you've long since put behind you, or it might still be the core of your life later, or your later life. But either way, you'll want to use the simple description as a springboard for your imagination and detail exactly what happened. You can spend 1 life point to choose an event from the table of and after your initial roll to re-roll the result. So if you don't like what you get, you can spend a life point to re-roll it if you want, but you have to take that one.
I am really excited to see what is going to get this guy out from eating grapes and being fawned over to try and go slay a dragon.
Okay, I got a 12 and a 3, meaning I discovered a
Mhm.
valuable secret.
Oh, nice.
I'll have to figure out what that is, but I'm
Schmaxy,
going to write that
schmaxy.
down.
I'm gonna be honest, that one's
Okay.
kind of passe. I was
Yeah, honestly, I was one away from discovering a body.
damn it.
Yeah.
I mean, what if that is the secret?
Oh.
I know where they put Jimmy Hoffa.
Oh my god, please.
Just like 20,000 years, or however many, or 200 something years in the future.
You know, the funny part about it is like we're so advanced now, it doesn't take that long, but just like nobody cares anymore.
Yeah.
You're like, I found Jimmy Hoffa. Wait, who?
So the funny thing
nobody
is
would
that
remember.
you can actually, there are something, they make AIs in this game that then they put in bodies, and they've gotten to the point where they can actually recreate people from history. So your family could have literally had Jimmy Hoffa recreated, had him be a Teamster, and then they had to kill him and then bury him again.
Wow.
This is fine.
Just ends up in a barrel in the New Jersey Pine Barrens,
Basically.
if those still exist.
He's underneath the end zone of the Chicago Bears Stadium or something like that. I'm not sure.
Something.
All
right.
sorts of, yeah.
Tiffany.
Okay, so I am involved in.
Okay.
Do a William Wallace. That'd be awesome.
I'm involved in a resurrection lottery.
Resurrection lottery. Awesome. All right.
A
Did I read
lottery?
that correctly?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm at the resurrection lottery.
Like, I get resurrection. I get how that works. What, a lottery?
Yeah, there's I'll have to read it again, but like basically you can get resurrected in like a better body or something along those lines.
Oh, so you're just transplanting at that
It's
point.
like the opposite of the short story, The Lottery.
There you go.
Oof. But like, hey, if I die, I have a chance to come back, right?
This is true. GT. Let's see. 5, 4. You were involved in
Deep action.
police
As a
action.
nomad.
You're a cop! Or you're a victim of the
Was a
cops.
cop, or I was involved in something.
I will
Cops.
be right back.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
you're a snitch. Huh? The character could be a snitch.
Or maybe.
Well, you know
I-
about them snitches.
Maybe the cops were coming after me and I got away.
Ah, yeah, there you
I'll
go.
have to got to figure that out.
Mm.
All right, cool. John, let's see what your youth event is.
Already?
Yes.
Already?
Come on.
7.
D20 and a D6.
You were involved in. You also were involved in a resurrection lottery.
You're my competition. I gotta take you out.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna steal your lottery ticket.
Does anybody want to spend a life point to re-roll?
I kind of do, cause like, but at the same time, I kind of like what I have.
what is this? What does the lottery do?
Like I said, I'll look it up, but I believe it's like you basically can get to become in a better body or something like that. I have to look it up. That was
Okay.
buried in 50 pages of fluff somewhere.
Fair.
So everybody sticking with their randomization.
Yeah, I'm good
Yes.
with it.
All right, cool.
to
Decision
fight
6, education. As we move into the next phase of your life, you may discover that your life path has taken you abruptly in a new direction. Think about how your youth event may have precipitated this change, or perhaps it was the last memory you had of your old life. On the other hand, perhaps your young adulthood will simply flow naturally out of everything you've experienced before. Does this make you feel trapped? Are you comfortable with the path that fate or your family has set upon you? To determine your type of education your character, roll 1d20 and consult the education table. You may spend 1 life point to pick your education. Once you've determined your education, check the education benefits, and then there's a bunch of attributes. So,
Okay, I think I'm gonna, because there's 4 things left? I have 4 life points left.
yes.
I think I'm gonna go with a... This is difficult. difficult. I think I'm gonna go for a grew up on the streets education. Except then I'll be kinda dumb. My intelligence is 7. That's fine.
All right.
I grew up middle class on the streets.
Aggressively average. I like it.
Okay. I get +2 agility, so my agility goes up to 11, or just...
Wow.
Oh boy.
Brawn goes up by 1. Intelligence goes down by 1.
Yep.
Oof.
This sounds like something I might want to use a point on.
You
Come
gain
on.
1 rank of training in all of the mandatory skills. You can choose 2 of the 3 elective skills and gain 1 rank of training in each.
Okay, so... Which are the elective ones?
Elective skills are in the 3rd table, which is athletics, close combat, and lifestyle. You can pick 2 of those. You gain 1 rank in each.
I'm just reading in the chat. Saint of Sevens is saying that during final customization, you can affect your attributes. So, say like at the very end, Harry, you find that your character is not smart enough like you're wanting. You can dump your remaining points into that.
Okay, that changes some things then. But yeah, thank you for informing me of that.
Okay. I know. I personally am gonna continue rolling for the dice and seeing what happens.
You then choose any of the skills that you gained from your education, Harrison, to become a signature skill.
Okay, I'm gonna go with stealth to be a signature skill.
You add 1 rank of training to this skill and take a talent from its talent tree. And then you gain any of the equipment indicated down on the 3rd table.
Okay.
All right, Tiffany.
I got a 9.
Got a 9.
Which puts me technical education.
Yeah,
Woo!
there you go. You gain +2 in awareness, +1 in intelligence. There you go. -1 to willpower. You gain the skills education, observation, pilot, tech, and thievery. That's a weird one.
I get to be smart. That's all I wanted.
So, yeah, and then you can pick 2 of the following 3. Hacking, lifestyle, or extraplanetary.
Ooh. I already have one in extraplanetary.
Well, you can get another one, yeah.
Oh, this is amazing.
And then you've got the training and all of your mandatory skills already, right?
I will put those down. Yes, I'm still adding the pointsies. Oh, my awareness is high. Oh. My perception will be amazing. Okay, I'm done.
All right, cool. And then you gain the equipment for your technical stuff, which is a powered multi-tool and a repair kit with 5 parts. All right, GT. What you got?
I have two life points left. I'm going to use 1 on education and be technical.
Oh, look at you.
So I get all the stuff, and my education, my elective skills is going to be hacking and lifestyle.
All right. A bunch of hackers.
It is the future with,
This is true.
Stuff.
All right, awesome.
Oh, real quick. So I get a signature, but I already picked hacking as a signature, so can I pick a different one?
Yeah. You can pick any of the ones that you selected in education as another signature.
Okay.
So I have 1 signature, and that's stealth, right?
Yeah, and you should be able to pick
Okay.
you can pick another one that came from your education as well.
Oh, perfect.
All right. That leaves you, John.
I don't want to roll on this. I'm gonna use a point.
Are you? Okay.
I'm gonna, I use the life point. I'm going to put a point into. I'm gonna put a point into military training.
Military training. Nice. All right.
I'm gonna be a brawny boy.
So that gives you a +2 to brawn, +1 to agility, and a -1 to intelligence. You get the mandatory skills: acrobatics, athletics, ballistics, close combat, and observation. That's kind of a good pull there. And then you select two of the 3: command, education, and tech. That gives you armored clothing, dress uniform, and a pistol.
Nice. Sorry.
No, that's fine.
Brawn, agility, and intelligence. I have to raise my agility by 1. It's 10. My character's a little bit everywhere. That's fine. And then -1 to intelligence. Intelligence is currently my dump stat with a signature in it. That's fine as well. And then, so I get the mandatory skills. Right there, I get 1 rank in all of these.
Mm-hmm.
Acrobatics, athletics, ballistics, close combat, and observation. And then I take another signature. What was the list of signatures?
Well, don't forget that you also have the other 3 where you need to select 2 from command, education, and tech.
Command, education, and tech. I already have tech.
Well, you'd be able to raise it 1 more.
So I'll take 1 command, 1 tech. Yeah. So 1 rank in command, 1 rank in tech. And then I have to pick a signature, yes?
Yes, 1 more signature.
I'm gonna pick one and I'm gonna do there's no beat someone with a stick skill,
That would be close combat.
but I can't pick that unless I have.
No, it's one of the ones that
Experience
you got experience in it.
Oh, I just haven't put it in yet, right? I'll pick close combat. Yeah, sure.
All right,
I'll do
cool.
that.
All right, everybody good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am questioning, just to make sure I'm putting things in correctly. Like I said, I do apologize. Okay, so my thing is technical. I have a +2 in my awareness, a +1 to my intelligence, and I lost 1 to my willpower.
Mm-hmm.
These mandatory skills on, like in the EXP
Mm-hmm.
part. Okay. And then for the elective skills, are these signatures as well, or I just put a 1 in their thing?
You just put a 1 in their thing, and then you select 1 of everything you just got to be another signature.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good now.
Cool. All right. Decision 7. Adolescent events. At some point during your adolescence, you experienced a defining event which still shapes who you are today. Roll 1d6 to determine which adolescent event table you use, and then roll 1d20 to determine your adolescent event. Based on your adolescent event, you pick 1 character trait. Each adolescent event has a suggested trait listed, but there are many traits you can have, and you should feel free to pick any word or short phrase which you feel is appropriate. Each Adolescent event also lists an optional effect, which can be used to further customize your character. You can choose whether or not to use this optional effect, but if you do, then you must resolve the entire effect. You can spend 1 life point to re-roll, or with the GM approval, pick your Adolescent event. With your GM's permission, you can also design your own event. We're not doing that. Cool. So, Harrison.
Yes. So it's a D6 to decide the table.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's table 1.
Table 1. Table A, yeah.
Or table A, yeah.
Yep.
Then it's a D20. 15.
15.
You messed up when we were arrested for a minor crime. That tracks. That really tracks with my stealth and agility and street education.
Suggested character trait. Criminal record.
I'll take that, 100%.
I love it.
Optional effect, you spend 1 year in jail before starting your first career. Gain criminal record, which is on page 54.
Alrighty.
Which I think it will become part of your career path, I think. Yeah. Yeah. You go into criminal record?
Yes.
Awesome. Remember that for the next step.
Okay. I would put that under traits, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
D6. All right.
Tiffany.
Oh,
2.
I got it 2.
You also roll an event table A. What's your D20? 10.
A 10,
Okay.
which means I suffered a traumatic head injury.
Ooh, slow
Oh.
thoughts.
My intelligence is reduced by 1, but I gain a 1 in discipline.
Yep.
Got him.
Okay.
You can choose to re-roll if you want to spend a life point.
I think I will on
All
this
right.
one.
Cool.
This one hurts. Okay, I'm gonna roll from the whole thing or just the last one. Like, do I roll the D6 and then the D20 or just the D20?
Yeah, you roll it all over again.
Okay. I got
3.
a 3 this time.
You're on table B.
Okay. Let me find B. Okay. There we go. And then
Roll a D20. 15.
15, which
Ah.
means after finding an injured animal, I nurse it to health. Aww.
Bleeding
That's
hard
very-
for
very
animals.
pinky.
Gain 1 rank in animal handling.
Wait, should we ask her cat if that 1 rank in animal handling is true?
Midnight.
Oh,
Midnight's
the baby!
Is it true?
Oh,
Is it
oh,
true?
look at those eyes.
Midnight's
Oh,
gonna be like, I'm going to murder this woman tonight. It's gonna be
He's falling
no.
asleep.
just falling asleep. All right.
cute.
Lazy
JT.
cat. Lazy cat.
I mean, I take pretty good care of him. He's a big boy.
He is a
He's
big boy.
one. He's a big one. He's a big boy.
So what you're saying is he's too big, needs to be on a diet?
Aw.
No, he
so?
does need to be on a diet.
What's your rolls, JT?
He's really big.
Just like me, needs to be on a diet.
4. You also go to table. Ooh, 20. Holy crap.
What?
Oh my god!
Oh, holy shit, man.
Bye!
Is that record? No, wait, hold on. That's
fucking
event
died?
table B.
You were
You
murdered.
fucking died!
You
I was murdered. I'm paranoid, and there's room for resurrection, which I have not read yet, so I don't know what that
I
is.
hope you kept that 1 life point. You don't want to
was
be an antiquated L host.
Your character
utterly
died
hilarious.
and was resurrected. See the rules for resurrection on page.
Oh my goodness, you
I knew they were saying
The-
in chat that it's a possibility, but I didn't think it would actually happen to any of us.
You
The
died.
good news is that you can choose to spend a life point.
No,
And you don't have any
I'm
left?
saving it for my career.
Oh,
I have one left.
Your career is being
I
dead.
don't know I don't know what resurrection is. How bad is that?
If you don't spend a life point on it, you're in an antiquated L host, which gives you -1 to all of your attributes.
Ah.
Oh my goodness, one of us died. I love that.
All right, I'm gonna reroll. I don't
Okay.
like that. Oh, but then my career. Oh no.
No,
I'd
I'd say it's fun and just to go with it and
But you
spend
also-
a.
Yeah, just do it. Just go with it.
Yeah,
man.
see what happens.
Yeah. All right.
What does it
2,
say?
I'm on 1.
Yeah.
And I rolled a 10, which is you suffered a traumatic head injury.
Oh.
So release intelligence by 1, but gain 1 rank in discipline. So we got 2 traumatic head injuries today.
Ow.
What is the actual chance of that happening with the amount of options there are here that we get 2 traumatic head injuries?
That is.
Oh no, I re-rolled.
Very low.
But you still got it. Like it's
One
still
in
rolled,
20, right?
So
That's
It's
true.
D20.
I'm
Wait, oh no, you roll on the table, so it's 36 times 4.
I'm amazed. Wow, that's
That's 1 in 1,440. That's the odds.
That's quick math. I like it.
I could be wrong because I'm not an actual stats person, but you know.
Better than me. I was just like, yeah, that's a lot. Ask me what the odds. Don't tell me what the odds are.
okay. JT, you can do one of 2 things. You can accept this roll. You can use the life point here, or you could use the life point in the next stage, and you would get a new L host, which is a standard L host, which you don't get the -1s, and you're inured to disease.
What about disease?
You have resistance to disease.
Oh, so I can do that instead of reroll.
You could, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's try it. This will be
Okay,
interesting.
let's do that. All right, so you were murdered. Good times.
Wow, that's so fucked. I'm sorry.
That's
It's your
incredible.
turn, John. Now
Yeah,
for
John.
you to die.
Hey, what? Pretty
It's
sure I got the best things on the chart on the table.
Uh-huh.
All right. 3. So second one. 14.
Yes.
3
20.
puts you at B. Okay.
14.
14.
Oh. Okay.
But most of my free time is an urban spelunker, exploring the ruins and hidden places. What was the most unusual place I went? Killer curiosity. As an optional effect, I can gain 1 rank of stealth. Like, can I just do that?
Yeah, that's it. That's what you get. And because I had such a good time, JT, I will give you a life point to use since
Died.
Thank you.
Murdered, man.
and Harrison, just to be fair, you as well can have an extra life point there.
Gotta even it all out.
I don't know what I'd use an extra life point for, but that's all good.
All right, cool. So, is everybody happy with their adolescent events?
Yes.
And I want to make my real life pet in game.
Cool.
Just look at that face.
We can
Yeah,
put a cat on a
please.
spaceship. I'm sure that won't go poorly.
Yeah.
And not at all. Look at that face.
You're talking about your Geist? Wanna make your Geist thing?
Yes.
Nice. All right, cool. So, decision 8, careers. What career or careers do you decide to pursue? Are you doing something that you love? Are you trapped in a job that you hate? What are you good at? And what are you learning out among the planets? Are you aggressively seeking promotions or happy where you are? Mark your starting age as 18. You will complete a minimum of 2 career phases, and you can spend 1 life point to pursue an additional career, to a maximum of 4 career phases.
Okay.
So step 1, select a career. By default, roll a 1d20 and consult the basic career table. If it instructs you to roll on a faction career table, roll on the table belonging to your current faction. Alternatively, you can choose to hazard any career. You can also spend 1 life point to wield various degrees of control in your career phase. Spend 1 life point to pick a career from the basic career table. Spend 1 life point to roll on your faction career table. Spend 1 life point to change your faction. You can also select the unemployed career to gain 1 life point. You can gain a maximum of 2 life points in this way. You do not gain the life point if you are forced to become unemployed by a random roll event or hazard test. Hazarding a career. When hazarding a career, you are taking a risk and hoping it pays off. Choose a career from any table, including other faction career tables, that doesn't have a faction prerequisite, and make a challenging roll, which is 2d. You'll need 2 successes. Make a challenging skill test using one of the mandatory skills listed for the career. On a success, you have found employment in your career of choice and can now work that career. If you fail your hazard test, however, you must either repeat your previous career or become unemployed. If this was your first career phase, and if you were unemployed in your previous career phase, you have no choice but to become unemployed. You reduce the difficulty of a hazard test by 1 life point spent. So,
I'm hazarding a career as a Corsair.
no shit. All right.
Let's do this.
So what do I roll? I roll let me just pull up what skill that is. Corsair. I want to be a space pirate. I don't know.
That sounds amazing.
Mandatory skills are spacecraft, extraplanetary thievery.
Okay. Do you have any of those?
No. Wait, so I don't see those anywhere, those skills.
Oh, that's a faction career for Hockey Islam.
Do you hazard or for the other guys too, I think, right?
Let's see. Hazard a career. You can choose
Or
a
for
career from any table. That does not have a... No, Corsair does not have a faction prerequisite, so you could.
Okay. Alrighty, so I roll 2d20 or?
Yep, but you have to roll the thing associated with that, which, let's see. It doesn't have, and make a challenging skill test using one of the mandatory skills listed for the career. I will find...
Just keep in mind, though, I'm reading a part with criminal record. If you have one, it makes it... You can't get certain jobs.
Yep.
Yeah, like police.
True.
Yeah.
So one of them... Okay, yeah, the mandatory skills are spacecraft, extraplanetary, and thievery. So you would roll a challenging skill test. You need 2 successes in order to have this happen.
So challenging skill test, what do I roll? I roll just 2d20?
But you would roll 2d20 based on the skill of spacecraft, extraplanetary, or thievery, which you can roll any skill with 0 expertise. So.
Okay, so thievery. I have thievery.
All
okay,
right, thievery. There you go.
9. So what do I? Just 2d20 plus 9?
No, it's gonna roll 2. If you click the thievery skill right now,
okay.
It'll roll
Yep.
2d20.
Shit. Wait. That's not good.
That's interesting.
That's very not good.
Yeah,
So
no.
apparently I wasn't a very good smuggler.
No, you were not.
That's why you got arrested.
Or a
'cause you
Corsair.
got caught.
Yeah.
If you fail the hazard test, however, you must either repeat your previous career or become unemployed. If this was your first career phase, or if you were unemployed in the previous career phase, you have no choice but to become unemployed.
Fuck. I'm unemployed.
That unemployment check, though.
First career. Unemployed wannabe pirate.
I like it. I like it. I like it.
He's like Han Solo, but shitty.
Let's see.
Oh my god.
There are certain rules for being unemployed. Where is it?
I feel like throwing shade at Han Solo right now is.
No, it's not throwing
Can't do
shade.
it.
It's saying
Can't do
that he sucks. That he's not as good as Han Solo.
No, I know him, but I'm like I'm doing a threat analysis of whether I should do that in
Go
a
for
sci-fi
it.
universe. Probably not great.
I mean,
Probably not
Harrison
smart.
Ford Han Solo, absolutely wonderful.
There it is. Unemployed.
The movie Solo.
Don't talk bad about the movie Solo. All right. So,
Technically didn't.
tens of billions live scattered throughout the human sphere, and the unemployed number in the hundreds of millions. Robust demogrants, well-funded support networks, and abundant resources, however, mean that the unemployed generally live comfortably, while Maya's the supercomputer, the internet, I should say, makes a seemingly infinite variety of entertainment and virtual experiences available. So, you're able to raise certain abilities by 1 or 2 on that table if you look on page 59.
Let me just see.
This is actually kind of useful.
I can spend my unemployment time getting better at certain things, I guess.
This is true. So you get an agility of +2, awareness of +1, brawn of +2. What is that?
I'll bring my. So I'm 59 is the. I roll there.
No,
I can get. Okay, sorry, I'm confused.
So on page 59 is
Yes.
the actual description for unemployed.
Oh, 59 of the player's handbook or the.
Oh, sorry, I'm in the core book.
Okay.
67.
67.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Alrighty. Unemployed. +2 agility. That's good. My agility's now 13. +1 awareness. Usually aren't bad.
Yeah, this is your first career, and only on your first career you add the attribute improvements listed. Gain 1 rank of untrained in any mandatory skills. Gain 1 rank of training in all mandatory skills. And then you pick 2 of the 3 elective skills and gain 1 rank of training in each. If you have less than 3 signature skills, choose one of the skills, either elective or mandatory, gained from your career, they become a signature skill. Add 1 rank of training to this skill. Choose one of the skills gained from this career and select 1 talent from the associated tree for which you fulfill the prerequisites.
So I gain signature in the mandatory and 1 elective?
No, everything that you gain from that career, you can turn it into a signature skill.
So just survival.
Well, no, because with your electives, you can choose any skill to raise.
Oh, okay. And what does making it a signature skill do?
It gives you benefits to that particular training set. We'll cover that in a bit.
Okay. Got it. Oh, I'm dumb. I rolled thievery. I should have rolled spacecraft. I have 1 in that. God damn it.
All right, that was your first career. We'll go to Tiffany for her first career.
I got a nat 20,
Roll,
which means I get to roll on the fraction. Yay!
Yep, there you go.
That's pretty
Alrighty,
badass.
Which one do I roll on that?
1d6.
Oh,
It's
okay.
listed
I
by
got it.
your background.
Yeah.
1d6.
I got a 2.
You are an
That puts me-
intelligence operative.
Wait, no, because like here it's I'm confused. Because it says career.
Oh,
Wait.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, there's two tables.
Roll
I gotta
on
make
faction
sure.
career table.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
what's your background, Pinky?
Mercenary?
So yeah, you're an intelligence operative.
Yeah,
Because
you're
you
an
roll
intelligence
on.
operative.
Because you see what at the very top where it says mercenary? You're rolling on table B because mercenary is on table B.
Oh! Yay! Okay, cool. Haha.
You're
Okay,
an intelligence
sorry.
operative.
Yay! It's a good thing.
It is.
It's very good. Like the stats for intelligence operative are kind of nutty.
The
Not gonna lie.
tense state of conflict in the human sphere means every agency looks for an edge over its competitors. Intelligence operatives conduct corporate espionage, deep cover spy mission, acts of sabotage, and other acts which risk their life and limb for agencies that would disavow any knowledge of or connection to their operations. An intelligence operative is quick-witted, highly disciplined, and often alone in a place surrounded by enemies, unaware that the traitor is in their midst. They trade in secrets. Information can turn the tide of small-scale conflicts, like raids on secret warehouses holding valuable experimental gear or data. And they can influence the large-scale skirmishes that take place between rival nations. The intelligence an operative collects can cause wars or end them with equal facility. So you get +1 to agility, +3 to awareness, +2 to
God.
coordination, +2 to intelligence, +1 to perception, and +1 to willpower.
My awareness is through the roof right now.
You have mandatory skills of observation, stealth, and analysis, and then your elective skills, which you pick from, is hacking, education, and thievery.
Okay, what if I have... Okay.
You're just putting things on top of things at this point.
Okay, yeah, just like... Oh,
And
Oh
then
my
you
God.
pick 2 of the 3 elective skills. And you also get some gear from that too, so...
Yay! I like my person.
Alright,
Well done.
JT, you wanted to spend a point for your career. What you gonna do?
Sure did. Well, I have to. It's just I don't. I spend the point to roll on a table, right? On the faction career.
Spend one life point to pick a career from basic career table. Spend 1 life point to roll on your faction career table. Spend 1 life point to change your faction.
Yeah, so I'm gonna roll on faction career for nomads.
All right.
I wish I could spend 2 life points and just have the one I want.
3. I am a reverend agent.
Ooh.
Ooh,
That sounds
sounds
schmexy.
religious.
Sounds a lot like a paladin.
Reverend Agent. The Nomads keep secrets of their own within the Observance, a religious organization ideologically opposed to technology domineering humanity. The Observance charge several types of Reverend Agents with the sacred duty of protecting the human race. Elite women fighting against technologically superior enemies. Reverend Morias enacts terrible vengeance upon those who have wronged the righteous. Reverend Custodiers specialize in secret programming and intelligence management to wage war across the battlefields of the datasphere and operate intelligence networks. More than capable of fighting alongside their Reverend Sisters, Reverend Healers perform field medicine. Reverend Agents are among the most fearsome and inspiring soldiers to be seen on the battlefield.
All right.
Cool.
Does that mean my character has to be a woman based on that?
I don't know if they're
custodiers?
just using the female elite women fighting against Reverend Agents. Reverend Morias.
Maybe you're part of a new program where they're like putting more men into the field.
Reverend Custodiers specialize in secret program.
Doesn't matter to me. I just am curious.
More than
based on
capable of
reading
fighting
it.
alongside the Reverend Sisters. Reverend Custodiers specialize in security programming and intelligence management to wage war across the battlefields of the datasphere and operate intelligence networks. More than capable of fighting alongside the Reverend Sisters, Reverend Healers perform field medicine. Reverend Agents are among... Oh no, I have to look that one up.
All right. Well, I'll add my stuff. My elective is. I get to pick 2 of those or 1.
You get to pick 2 of the electives.
All right, I'm gonna go with ballistics and close combat.
These sound like what's the thing for Warhammer? The Sisters.
Sisters of Battle.
Sisters of
Battle,
That's
yeah.
exactly what I thought of.
Oh yeah.
And they're
They
saying
know
in
you don't
fan-
fuck with them.
Reverends tend to be female. Think warrior hacker nuns is the exact word that Simon is
It's up to you, GT. What you want to play?
That's fine. I'll play one.
Okay, cool. All right. First career for John.
I'm gonna spend a point to roll on my faction table.
Okay.
Because all of the factions look pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. And then just a d6. So here, pick that up. Hold up!
3.
3. Celestial Guard.
Oh wow.
Oh, that sounds fancy.
You guys are rolling some like wild stuff.
I have no idea what it is. But it sounds cool.
The famed
pretty
Yujing
badass.
Celestial Guard protect the Imperial Palace and the Celestial Emperor. Their duty even extends to the whole of the Forbidden City. These crack troops specialize in urban warfare, each soldier highly experienced and impeccably disciplined. Only the most loyal and proven members of the Yujing military can ascend to the ranks of Celestial Guard. The Guard acts on direct orders from the Emperor and function as a police unit with vast authority and resources. The Celestial Guard are known to bend or break laws that bind other police units in their pursuit of imperial justice. Guard members are brutal and decisive, trained to bring a swift end to any threat Yujing faces. You gain a +1 to agility, +2 to awareness, +2 to brawn, +2 to coordination, +2 to intelligence, nothing to perception, and +2 to will. Your skills are athletics, acrobatics, and observation, and you can choose 2 of close combat, ballistics, or analysis. So John, you're a fighter.
Sounds right up my alley. I am Axeman. Return of Axeman.
You goddamn
Man, I love
Axeman.
Axeman. Yes.
You should come check out on Sunday. Axe is all around. So many questions that have to be asked.
Oh my god, it's so dumb. I love it.
I know it's dumb. That's why it's great.
Harrison, are unemployed.
I'm gonna roll for a normal career this time.
Okay, you're gonna hit the unemployment line, see what's out there.
Then after that, I think I'm gonna do something stupid again.
I like it.
So I am medical.
Medical.
Okay.
It's just medical.
I'm not. That's what it says, medical.
Okay.
I guess I'm a nurse or something.
That's a leap.
Yeah, I don't have any skills that would be any good in anything medical related. Maybe I'm just a paramedic.
Don't go to your hospital. Okay.
No, he's stealing the meds and selling them on the
Just
side.
a fucking dealer.
Oh god. Yeah, don't you have
Oh,
a criminal
no.
record? Oh
There
man.
you go.
Medical science has advanced.
How
Medical science has advanced by leaps and bounds, but hospitals often see a wide variety of strange cases, and few professions can match the medical career for a wealth of odd experiences. Doctors perform miracles, including resurrections, for those capable of paying the cost. Combat medics save the lives of wounded soldiers or perform gruesome examinations on the fallen aliens. Some medics seek out new chemicals on alien worlds, hoping for the next big breakthrough. Ambitious medical scientists also push the envelope of human engineering with advances in biotechnology, cyber technology, and genetic therapies producing super soldiers, making whole regions impervious to disease or strengthening workforces to perform the most hazardous jobs where lesser people would fail. So you gain +1 in agility, +2 in awareness, nothing to brawn, 2 to coordination, 2 to intelligence, 2 to perception, and 2 to willpower. Your mandatory skills are medicine, athletics, and psychology.
Don't you only get the skills and stuff for like
first. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is second round. My bad. So you would get medicine, athletics, psychology, and then animal handling, survival, and discipline. You'd have to choose from.
Oh, so I get the skills, but not the bonuses?
You get the skills, not the bonuses. Yes. If you have less than, choose one of the skills gained from. Yeah. Rolling.
Your first career and only your first career add the attribute improvements.
Yeah. Okay.
Skills you get.
So I'd take +1 experience in medical, stuff like that.
Yeah,
and then...
medical, athletics, and psychology, you get +1 expertise. And then you choose 2 of animal handling, survival, and discipline.
Okay.
Simon was saying that careers also do earnings.
Yeah, I'm skipping over that till later.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
And then...
And no signatures, right?
Yeah, if you have less than 3 signatures, you can choose a signature, but by this time, you probably...
I have more than 3, yeah.
Yep, you're good. Alright, cool. Tiffany.
Okay. So what am I rolling? I get another d20?
1d20.
I like my job.
You can keep it for your second one.
Oh, I gotta be rebellious.
Yeah, actually, you can run your same career, can't you?
Okay, I've got a 12 on this one.
1 second. Oh, yeah, your second time around, you can spend 1 life point to choose... Okay, no, never mind. Well, sorry, I was reading the wrong place. Okay, got it. Okay. And go to... Okay. Okay. Choose one. Okay. Yeah, roll it. What'd you roll?
I got a 12.
All right.
That puts academic.
Academic. Bright minds across the human sphere develop and implement the latest technology, direct expansion's efforts, and guide humanity in all of its endeavors. The academic can be a brilliant but introverted scientist creating miracles in the lab, or she can be a weathered biologist out working in the field. Historians study the past to glean clues about humanity's future. Roboticists and engineers devise the tools that build the high-tech cities, gleaming upon countless worlds. An academic applies theory, study, and experimentation to solve the problems of the human sphere. Knowledge in a wide variety of fields makes the academic career desirable for every world. Brilliant minds earn perpetual demand, especially in troubled times. So your skills are education, medicine, and science. Those are your mandatories. And choose 2 from discipline, education, and tech.
Oh. I'm a brainiac. I love it.
You are. All right, GT.
All right, I'm going to keep the same career, Reverend Agent.
Okay.
I'm also going to keep the same electives, giving me a bonus in close combat ballistics in addition to my mandatory. And something I didn't say before in the first phase, but I am making ballistics my 3rd signature.
Awesome. Cool. I dig it. John. Where's John? Why did John go away?
John's vanished. This is concerning.
It is concerning.
John.
Let me check the Discord.
Oh, you don't think the thing happened, do you?
I don't know.
Because that would be terrifying. And also exciting, but really terrifying.
Alright, we'll come back to John.
Yeah, I think Ever's right. Horrible changelings like John died. He probably hit like the nat 20 where he was murdered.
Don't want that.
And if
All
you
right.
die in the game, you die in real life. So.
That is true. Yeah, alright.
Oh
well,
man,
we're screwed.
it's the Matrix.
Alright, so Harrison.
Yes, I am going to hazard a career as a bounty
No.
hunter.
Oh, do you
Oh.
want to spend a point and do another career path, or otherwise we're skipping to your career event?
Oh, career event. Let's see. So, you know what? Yeah, I will. I'll spend a life point, and I will
Okay.
hazard a career as a bounty hunter, and I will spend another life point to reduce that difficulty to 1. It says you can do that in the rules, yeah?
Yeah, that is the rules.
Okay, perfect. So then I'm going to use stealth, because I'm actually good at that.
Okay. I'm hoping for big rolls, big money.
But no death.
Oh wait, I clicked on the icon, not the number. Son of a bitch!
The dice are not in your favor.
All I needed was 1 roll below 15, right? That is
Is Harry the new Devin?
apparently.
Yeah,
You know
wow,
what?
man.
Can I spend my last life point to try again? For a 4th career after being unemployed yet again?
Yeah, I'm gonna allow you to do that. In fact, you know what? Just reroll. Just reroll.
Oh, okay. So I'll spend a life point reroll. For being shafted. Yeah!
2 successes. You know what? Take your life point back. That's pretty awesome. All right,
Hell yeah.
cool. You are going to be a what was that?
Bounty hunter.
Bounty hunter. Nice. That sounds dope. Bounty hunter. As spread out as humanity is among the stars, criminals inevitably escape. Outlaws build up power bases away from the centers of law enforcement. Pirates retreat to the dens of scum after raiding merchant vessels, and unscrupulous executives flee persecution to other countries and other worlds. Bounty hunters act where traditional law enforcement cannot. The bounties commanded by high-profile criminals are tremendous. Hunters go where others won't in order to bring back their quarry, or maybe just a piece of them. Skilled in tracking, battle, and guerrilla tactics, bounty hunters are the basis of countless romanticized legends and thrilling Maya programs. So, you gain mandatory skills, athletics, observation, and stealth.
Yep, and then I'll take the ballistics and pilot.
Nice. And then don't forget your gear.
Yep.
All right, cool. Anyone else want to hazard another career path?
John's back.
John's back. John, glad you could come back.
Yes, I am glad as well. No, I would just like to roll on a career, maybe.
Did you roll your second one?
No.
No. Okay, go ahead.
So just 1d20 this time?
Yep, roll it again.
3.
3. What are you again? Oh,
Uh,
3. You got Celestial Guardian.
He just really,
Good or bad?
really
Yeah,
good at that job.
I mean, yeah, you're really good at being a Celestial Guard. So you gain 1 expertise in athletics, acrobatics, and observation. And you can choose from one of the 3: close combat, ballistics, or analysis. Or 2 of the 3 of those 3.
So I get to choose them, like I just get to do the whole thing over again?
Yeah, you do the whole thing over again. But this time you could choose a different elective skill. One of the different ones if you wanted to.
You're funny. You're funny. And I get to choose 2 of those skills, right?
Right,
2
2
of
of
the
them. Mm-hmm. You can choose a
So-
different one this time.
And I think you were away, but you do not get to increase your attributes
Yeah.
this time.
Again,
Just
just
your
the
skills.
skills.
All right, cool. So,
Okay.
anybody else want to run a third round of the careers? We good?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, wow. You got a life point?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, I need a life point for that?
Yeah.
Oh, well then no.
All right. Cool. JT, you good?
I am good.
All right. Cool. So
I'm out of life points.
we're gonna roll the career events. So Harrison, roll me a 1d6. 6. Event table C.
Okay, I'm looking at it now. D20. 13. I earned a big promotion. Increase earnings by 1.
There you go.
Nice.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm good at being a bounty hunter. That's nice.
To do earnings, any of your career paths, you just roll a d6, and if you get higher than what you have, then you just change it to that one.
No, I did not get higher.
Okay. Yeah. Where was it?
So then I get, my earnings was already 3, and so now would it go up to a? Wait, where is it? Go up to a 4?
Let's see.
It says increase earnings by 1.
Yep.
Money. Hell yeah.
All right. Cool. Tiffany, roll a d6.
Okay, what page are the table thingies on?
63
Yeah.
in players. God.
Wow, I am like so on the wrong page. Okay. D6.
Yep.
I got a nat 6.
Nice. All right. That's career table C. So roll a d20.
Okay. Wait, no death, no death, no death, no death, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy. Got a 4.
4. Your employer hits a slump and it's struggling to make ends meet. You can either agree to take a pay cut, reduce your earnings by 1, or you can choose to make a challenging hazard test so you'll need 2 successes for your current career. If you fail the test, you're fired. But if you succeed, your earnings is unchanged and you swap to a new employer.
It just sounds like I'm a teacher.
Yeah, basically.
So yeah, academic. I'll take the pay cut.
Okay.
So what does this put me in? Okay,
You just lower your earnings by 1.
Where did I put that? It's my thingy.
All right, cool.
I get a 2.
You roll a 1. So
Wait, question.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. Since my earnings goes down, does that change my social class as well?
No, they're not connected.
Okay. Thank you.
A 1 and a 1. Holy crap. Really? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I develop a rare genetic disorder and are afflicted by a genome. Man, I'm not having the best of luck today.
No. Your genetic disorder reduces your maximum vigor by 1. The treatment required to cure your condition will cost plus... Ooh, wow. 10 plus 5. Ooh, yeah. Man.
I think now would be a good time to ask for that small loan of $1 million from John.
All right. Man, that rough life, JT. Rough life. John.
Yes, what should I roll?
1d6 like everybody else.
Not a d20 and a d6, just 1d6.
1d6 first. Which
1.
You're on event table A, so roll a d20. 13. You become tangled up in a plot being run by a rival faction. What do you do for them? Why did you do it? You must pass a challenging hazard test for your current career or you gain a criminal record. Ooh.
Oh my.
Okay.
So
All right,
this
so
was Your first. Oh, you were a celestial guard. That's right.
I mean, it kind of makes sense.
A corrupt guard. That's what you are. You took bribes.
So you can roll any of those mandatory
about
skills
that.
to see if you succeed. You can spend a life point to make the skill it less challenging.
Naughty, naughty, John.
Alright. And I can roll what?
You can roll athletics, acrobatics, or observation.
Not ballistics?
No.
Okay. Which oddly, I think we're gonna go with acrobatics.
Okay. You got... No, you failed. You ended up with a criminal record. I'm sorry.
Wait, hold. I thought low was good.
No, you needed 2 successes. You only got 1.
Okay.
Maybe you and Harry's character could have been like buddies in jail or something.
Oh, yeah.
Well, now I'm a bounty hunter, so I probably took you in.
Oh!
All right. So, after you finish your career, increase your age by 1d6 plus 1 years. This is in addition to any changes as a result of your career events. So, everybody roll 1d6 plus 1 and increase your age by that. And then you'll do it again because you had 2 careers.
Alright, where do we do the plus sign on the thingy?
Just roll 1d6 plus 1, Tiffany. Add
Yes,
one
No,
more.
I'm horrible.
26 now.
3.
Oh, wait, I had a 3rd career, so I do it again.
Yep.
Yeah, careful opening it up. Because he decided to pull them all.
So,
All right, cool.
I'm 22?
Ah, there you go.
I'm 27.
33.
Oh, wow. Man, JT, you're getting old.
Man, I'm old.
Wait, I'm confused. Wait, how are we rolling this again?
Just roll a d6 and add plus 1 to it. The result.
Okay, because like, how is someone 33?
I have
You
3
start at
careers.
18. You start at 18, and then you add age for each career.
Oh, for each career, I have 2 jobs, so 2 careers. So I would do it again.
Yeah, you roll 1d6 plus 1 twice.
Okay. Thank you. Oh, okay. I'm still very young.
Yep. All right, cool. Okay.
Yeah, I'm only 23. Wow.
That was your career. So, decision 9, final customization. As you complete your final career, you're at the cusp of beginning play. As you perform the final adjustments and calculations which will finish your character, give some thought to what brought you from your last job to where you are now. For example, if your group is playing as a direct action team for Bureau Noir, did you apply to work with them? If so, why? Or did they actively recruit you? Did you get tangled up in one of their ops and then brought in when the chaos died down? What unique skills or connections made you an appealing recruit for them? Or maybe you were already working for them during your last career. If so, how did your last career event bring you to where you are now? Yes, you all will be Bureau Noir operatives. So, step 1, final tweaks. Set your infinity point refresh rate to 2.
Yep.
All right. Everybody good?
Refresh point is 2. Got it.
You may increase any one attribute by 2 or any 2 attributes by 1 each.
Oh. And these are ones we already have stuff in, or it could be a new one.
These are attributes. These would be like agility, coordination.
Okay. Got it.
You may choose any one talent for any one of your skills. So there's the skill tree. And you have starting assets equal to your final personality score, plus any additional assets you gain during your life path. If your character has not gained a character trait through the event tables, decide on a trait now. See traits on page 39, or whatever page it is for the player's handbook. You may spend 1 life point to increase your infinity point refresh rate by 1 point, up to a maximum of 4. This will increase the number of infinity points you start with at the beginning of each session. Infinity points are like bonus dice. You may convert any number of life points to assets on a 1-for-1 basis. You may convert any number of life points to rankings of training in a skill on a 1-to-1 basis, but no skill focus or expertise may be increased by more than 1 in this way. You may spend 1 life point to either gain 1d10 rolls on the random languages table, or gain 1 specific language of your choice. We'll figure out stresses later. We'll do bonus damage later. Gear you should have, you can spend your assets immediately on gear offline. You can do that. And you can age your character if you want. Does anybody want to age their character even further?
No.
Okay.
I do not.
I'm good. I have a baby. She's only 23.
All right. So, final thing. We're going to do relationships between each of the characters. So, we'll roll a relationship between each of you. And so, that's just going to be a 1d20. Tiffany, I need you to roll 1d20 for your relationship to you and John.
Oop. 3.
You were both on a small orbital that suffered a complete environmental collapse due to a meteor strike, system failure, contamination, or the like. You helped each other escape.
Okay, well, that sounds cool.
Yep. Remember that, because relationships are going to be important moving forward.
Okay, I helped him. We helped each other escape from a small orbital. That what?
Yeah, if you want to do it shorthand, just remember it's page 72 in the core book, and you rolled a 3 for John.
Okay. John. 3. Got it.
All right. Roll your relationship for you and JT.
We got a 16.
16. Elif recommended that the two of you should meet. It has refused to explain why. Elif is the super AI, so yeah, it told you guys both swiped right for some reason.
Oh, okay.
Gotta figure. So offline, we're gonna figure out like why, or are we figuring that out now?
Yeah, no, you figure that we're just figuring out what happens. You guys can figure out the what of what happens offline.
Cool.
Yay!
So that's relationship table. It's on page 72 between JT and Tiffany. You got 16. Tiffany, roll between you and Harrison.
11.
11. Your families were or are bitter enemies.
Oh. Actually, that kind of works. I'm a character. I have a background of mercenary. His character's currently a bounty hunter.
Yep.
Maybe they've crossed paths, like against each other, working.
Awesome.
Yeah, I could see that.
All right, JT, roll your relationship with John.
Right. That is a 5.
You live together.
All right.
Aww. Roomies.
And then roll your relationship with Harrison. 1. Your parents had some secretive business together. Ooh, this might be Harrison's secret. They all discovered on the same night, and they all disappeared on the same night, and you became friends as you tried to find out what happened to them. Interesting. And Harrison, roll your relationship to John. D20, sorry.
Okay.
15.
15.
They screwed up and got you hurt. Maybe it's not really their fault, but you don't really trust them anymore.
Okay.
And
Enemy.
that should be everyone, right? That should be all the connections.
Yeah, for me at least.
Okay. Cool. So those are your characters. We'll do the nitty-gritty parts offline, so that we're not crunching here on camera. So cool. So everyone has some pretty interesting characters. Yeah. JT, rough life, man.
I feel like it's like I have a cortisol stack or whatever they're called from Altered Carbon. And
Yeah.
They just put me in a new body.
Yeah, everyone has a cube, and yeah, you got put into a new. They call them L hosts. So yeah, you actually are in an L host. So good times. Awesome. So yeah.
If it makes you feel any better, I'm pretty sure I got fired. So
That's why he's bunking
You-
with you. Needed a place to stay.
like after my second duty, apparently like I was an undercover op that went wrong. I got a criminal record, and I can't be a celestial guard with a criminal record.
Cool. So anybody, any questions, any comments, any
I have a
feelings?
question.
Yes.
So when we have more than one career, do
Mhm.
we have gear from all the careers or just from the
Yes.
first one?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, since I kept the same career, would I have 2 pistols and 2 everything? Or
Sure, if you want to.
I'll figure that out offline.
Cool.
Cool. Anything else?
Oh,
Any
man.
questions? Anything that you think you excited? Ready to go?
What is that?
am
What does signature
so
mean?
excited.
If we want to get into it a little bit,
I'll look it up and I'll read it to you later.
because I didn't find. But all right, sure.
All right. Cool.
I think it might be like their version of like proficient, maybe.
I think it's somewhere along those lines. All right, cool. Yeah, I hope you guys are excited. I'm excited to run this. Looking forward to it. Hope you guys will have a good time. Hope you had a good time.
Yeah.
I laughed a lot.
I didn't laugh very much. I'm not very emotive, but that'll get better. As I'm just like, it's my first time streaming, so
Yeah,
thank
don't
you
worry.
all for-
It'll be
thank
fun.
you all the viewers for
Yeah, I mean,
bearing with me.
Well, I mean, I still have some life points left, so like I'll probably dump them in something like after, like I
Yeah.
thought about it,
if
kind
you-
of.
yeah, there's options in your decision 9 that I read off that you can do.
Yes.
All right, cool. So that's where we'll leave this awesome adventure. Till next awesome time. As always, you can find us on the social medias at Vorpal Tales. Check out our Patreon at patreon.com/Vorpal Tales. We have 2 other awesome adventures you can check out. Next Monday is at Maroon Recluse. We'll be leading a group of cyberpunks in our new Cyberpunk Red gaming system. On Fridays, starting this Friday actually, Patty Shakes guides his rowdy group of adventurers through Onyx Pass Publishing's Scarred Lands, so that'll be awesome. We also have 3 terrifying tales every week on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. Check out our calendar that pops up in our show reels or on our website at vorpaltales.com or on our Twitch channel. Also check out the pool list, our new on our website, friend of the show at Fuck You Thunder. does his weekly review in no particular order of the week's latest comic releases. Please be sure to check out the shop links on our website. Vorpal Tales has created several great supplements to enhance your games. They're more in the pipe for all the games that we play to make your tabletop experience more Vorpally. I've been Space Lord PJs. Check out my doodle website at cartoon.ninja. Real quick, everyone plug your plug roles. Let the viewers know what show they can catch you in next and any other cool online things that you do. Tiffany.
Hi, I'm Tiffany, also known as Pinky. You can find me on Twitter at Pinky_88. And you can also see me on TikTok at Pinky_Pie88 because I love pink. Next time you can see me will be on Scarlands with Patty Shakes. And it's going to be awesome. It's going to be exciting. And I believe it's this Friday. If not this Friday, it will be the next Friday. And I'm super excited and I can't wait. And it's going to be fun. Yay!
Awesome. John.
I have been J3 Billion and going to be excited to play the... Seems like this character has a tool for everything, so that's really exciting. And the next place you can see me is going to be on Sunday for... what was the name of that?
We're doing Sizzling Bacon Survival.
Sizzling Bacon Survival. Forgive me, there's been like 3 names. Like it was Bacon and Zombies at one point. I'm still a fan of Bacon and Zombies, not gonna lie. But Sizzling Survival.
Yep.
All right, that sounds good. And be 10 o'clock Sunday. Be there, be square.
Cool. JT.
You can find me on Twitter and everywhere as at Zensomancer. Probably my biggest little self-promotion thing is I'm working on a Cyberpunk Red Discord bot, and you can find out more about that at glitch.red, the color red. So that's
cool.
Yeah. And I'm not in any other games, so
it's fine. We'll change that. Harrison.
Yes, I host the Saratoga by Night podcast. You can find me on twitch.tv/theonyxpath from 9:30 to 11:30 p.m. Eastern Time, playing Last Fairy Tale with Rachel, who I know does stuff here every Thursday. I am also a part of the Beckoning Book Club's. Huddy von Schland is hosting a Vampire the Masquerade actual play called Blood on the Strand. I believe is it January 2nd? January 2nd. That's coming out. Tune in. It's fun. It's with Huddy, Josh, and the Primogen. So a lot of good people. A lot of fun. Also, what other? Oh, Salubricat on YouTube. Harry_Wyckoff on Twitter. And I'm probably forgetting stuff, but that's okay.
Awesome.
I do too much stuff.
Cool. And finally, the special dessert for our show, everyone. So we do votes at the end of our show for whoever you think had the best RP or whoever you really liked or did something cool. The audience can get on this too if you guys want to vote for whomever you really feel and had a connection with. You can toss them a vote as well. So whomever you vote for will get a bonus momentum in our next session. So yeah, Tiffany, who do you vote for? Who was your favorite tonight?
I'm gonna have to give my point to JT because I still cannot believe someone actually died during character creation. I can't. Like literally, I can't. So thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
John, who do you vote for?
I am voting for at Harry. Excuse me. I am bad with names to start off with. So at
okay.
Harry.
Me too.
For your email there, we're going to go with him. Just because it was a really rough life, man. Super rough. I'm sorry.
I mean, he didn't die, but he probably had the next worst thing, right?
There you go. I mean, you can haul me in, though. There
are some things worse than death.
This is true. Unemployment.
Damn.
Having no purpose in your life.
JT, who do you vote for?
I vote for Harry for the same reason.
Really,
These are not pity points. These are other points.
I'm voting for John for dying.
JT died.
Oh, JT dying. Sorry. Like I said, I'm terrible with names.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yep,
It's all good.
JT for dying.
JT for dying. That should be a T-shirt.
Here's
Awesome.
some points for dying.
Also being excellent.
Merch store.
Yeah, need to get a merch store. We're working on it. Well, Snickers Snacks, you don't have to go home, but you can't keep playing this game tonight. Watch our Purple Tales crew next Wednesday night at 9 p.m., where we finally begin our story for a new sci-fi infinity adventure. And check out all our other shows practically in every other night, 9 p.m. Eastern, John. Eastern Standard Time.
Right before we leave, thanks for the raid. Bye.
Remember to slap that like and subscribe, and for the love of the dice, game on. And Happy New Year!
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Fuck 2020.